I thought we were live the entire time.
Every song is a fucking journey.
This is the worst tour I've ever done.
Anthony Crawford says Gene Simmons is crazy.
Black Album was one of the greatest fucking records of all time.
Dude, that dude is crazy. Rock and roll ain't dead.
Metal was banned.
What was the reason why it was banned?
Politics and religion.
Next record's 3-chord rock. Yeah, we're gonna do an AC/DC record.
When we do the next record take, we need to interview the producer and just make sure that they're not gonna invade the Capitol.
I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself.
Thank you so much!
This is why I get banned from tours.
Nobody does anything to get anyone in trouble. Like, no alcohol is consumed on the bus.
Just yoga and prayers.
My God. We have Joey Concepcion and Jake Dreyer, two fucking masters of modern shred here on the show today.
Bro, Jake, it's good to see you, man.
Joey, what's going on, man? Huge congratulations for you, man, on landing one of the best fucking gigs right now, man. That is very well deserved, man. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. It's funny, man. I mean, I think us three we were all in touring around together in 2000. Was that 18? I think.
I think so. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And we just having fucking great backstage hangs and shit like that. Fucking playing guitar, man. I was trying to think today. Was it like, was it Sabbath? Or, no, it was Shaka Messiah. Was that who we were listening to? Trying to figure out backstage in Detroit.
Yeah, I've always been obsessed with the first two Shaka Messiah albums.
Dude, yeah, that was always fun, man. I just remember really having a lot of like crazy just guitar nerd hangs and stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, I don't know if you want to break down. Let's just break down how you started like getting into music, man. Because all the way up to, of course, the Arch Enemy gig, which is just fucking incredible, man.
Thanks so much, bro. And you too, Joseph. It's good to see you, bro.
Yeah, man. But, something tells me there's going to be sabotage in this story.
I hope so. But yeah, I mean, I started playing guitar when I was 11, and that was like 2002. I was in 5th grade. I think like 9/11 happened around then. Is it just me, or are you guys there?
No, we're still here. I think it's still
here. While you're talking, we're just showing your face.
And yeah, music's in my family. My grandfather played guitar, and my father also. But I ended up like finding one of my first guitars on the street corner, riding my bike. So it started with it was like a Hohner guitar that had like a built-in speaker. So it was had one string, so I brought it to this music store, and they're like, oh, this isn't really usable. So then I got this guitar. It was called a Hamer Slammer. It had one pickup, and yeah, that's where I learned Crazy Train and Sweet Child of Mine, all that stuff. It started with like, Guns N' Roses and Metallica, and then like I liked, Dokken and Lynch and Rat and all that stuff. And at the time, like in the early 2000s, like a lot of the metalcore and death metal, like on MTV, Headbangers Ball 2 came out, and I would see a lot of those bands. And I did first see Arch Enemy there, and with that song "We Will Rise," and yeah, I was really impressed by like how rock and roll the guitar solos were at the time, because everybody was like doing kind of new metal stuff. But I went on, and then I like found Yngwie and Paul Gilbert, and then it was just like Yngwie, Paul Gilbert, Steve Vai. It was just obsession. I had like old school, Guitar for the Practicing Musician 80s magazines all over my room. And, I just had the tapes with I'm sure you had it too, Jake, with like the VHSs of like, Paul Gilbert and Rock Discipline with Petrucci. And
Petrucci's for sure. Rock Discipline, of course, man. And I love the segues on Rock Discipline too, where it was like Gilbert's like rocking out, and then it's like a Reseda like alleyway, you know.
Yeah.
Or that might be the second one he was doing, because Rock Discipline was the pink Ibanez, right? And and he rips that first one. The also one I also really loved, the Greg Howe. The Greg one is Greg's not really known for like his alternate picking, but he rips it from that first solo that he does, you know. On that one was just, dude, the picking technique is so awesome. He does these crazy runs, and there's that whole thing with the cab driver, and they would all have like those like weird comedy segues and shit.
Yeah,
dude, I had to rent all those. That's how much older I am than you guys. Like the music store, the guitar store near my house in Utica would rent you those for like $5 for 3 days.
That's
you were
pretty
gonna
cool, though,
fucking
man.
master any of those in 5 fucking days.
Did it have the tablature inside of it? Because I know that the books.
It had the little book.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
I love Greg Howe. He's like one of my favorites. So like, I wish I could be more like that. Like he's so outside of the box, and his phrasing's just sick.
Did you ever listen to that record? I think it was called How To, and yeah, really fucking awesome stuff, man.
It's
but
like
I mean,
singing.
the Paul Gilbert one though, man, those exercises. I remember you and I, we were harmonizing and stuff like backstage, you know, just warming up before, because on the road, you know, we're just trying to kill time. And
it just good, clean, precise picking, you know, and simple runs, and like he made it. He started it, and we're doing these licks.
It's same stuff, man. It's cool too, man, because you were just talking about the Arch Enemy stuff, and Arch Enemy always kind of remind me a little bit of like the way they would do the leads was like a Merciful Fate, King Diamond kind of thing, where it was just like they'd have the leads going on. It'd be like verse, chorus, then a lead, then like, you know, there was always guitar solos everywhere, which I thought for during that time, during the Headbangers Ball 2 era, was like something super cool, you know. It was a little bit different than kind of the other stuff going on. Shadows Fall kind of did a little bit of that though too during that era.
Yeah, them, Shadows Fall, and like Ollie with all their remains and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Tons, even like Soilwork and like those kinds of bands. I liked a lot of power metal growing up too. Stradivarius, stuff like that.
Oh yeah. All the same stuff too, where it's like it's a lot of guitar playing, you know. It's a lot of guitar solos, which is of course what we're all about. So when you went from the Metallica stuff to Guns N' Roses, which is a little bit more the pentatonic stuff, and then getting into like the Yngwie type stuff, where it's like the harmonic minor, diminished arpeggios, was it like an upgrade on like practicing? Were you like, okay, I had to like all of a sudden to be able to execute these, you know, runs, I'm going to have to really like sit down and study this stuff? Or was it always this, were you always just practicing all the time?
Yeah, I would just get home from school and I would have my scale book out, and it would be like the modes, like diatonic, like 7 of those patterns, and then the 5 tonic shapes in E, and like I would just do tons of chromatic for like hours and practice between those. But when I really discovered harmonic minor, I was like stoked, because it was like this new like evil sound.
Right.
Like,
totally, man. Yeah.
It was like, I just really liked how Yngwie used it in like a neoclassical style. So like I got really excited about that and worked really hard on it. And I always like that Phrygian dominant style.
Totally, man. Yeah. I mean, that's where all that it's so funny. It's where all that sound kind of comes from too. It's it's also just like, it's kind of a Metallica thing too, you know. Metallica was using that, and then Yngwie just did it, you know, with the major third, you know.
I do think it's good to practice those every day for memory, at least like once a day, until it's like burned in your head. And even recently, I never like really sat down and knew the melodic minor scale, but like I actually like taught myself and transcribed it to E and learned melodic minor. So
Dude,
it's
yeah, that's it's
like,
funny, man. It's the same thing. I there was like one. It was basically just one technique that was kind of just for like economy picking, you know. And but I mean, at least for me, I would just take like one idea and just kind of run it through all the scales, because it was like that was, rather than just like running up and down the scales, it was like taking the technique, trying to get like 2 for 1.
Yeah.
The melodic minor one, and it's one you don't really hear a lot in metal, you know. You hear it a
Yeah.
lot in fusion, you know.
Yeah. Like with the cow thing almost.
Yeah, exactly. Were you into some fusion guys as well, like later on?
Yeah, like it started with like Greg Howe, and then like like Frank Gambale's sweeping is really really cool. Mostly Greg Howe, like he stood out. I know like Richie Kotzen did some stuff too, and I love all of his stuff. But yeah, I've tried to get more into that realm. I don't know too much of the like jazz fusion stuff, but I love it tastefully put in metal, you know. Even when you guys do it like in Witherfall and stuff with the bass and all that.
That's all, Anthony.
Yeah. I mean, like we all like, you know, like just put a little spice of that stuff here and there.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, man, because it's like I think a lot of some of that stuff comes from some of like the godfathers of spicing those together, you know, like Death and Atheist and like Cynic, you know.
Yeah,
they were. It's clear that a lot of those guys were influenced by Holdsworth and like the fusion.
Yeah, I forgot to mention Holdsworth, of course. Like I luckily did get to meet him once at a NAMM show in 2008, and
oh wow!
And I later got into more of his stuff.
Did you ever see him live?
No, but yeah, he was so sick. I liked his VHS tape too.
That one's a wild one, man.
Yeah.
it was one of those that was like, I still don't comprehend any of the stuff that he's you know conveying with it. Holdsworth was just on a whole other universe, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely say with like the alternate picking, like just fast harmonic minor alternate picking, like in metal.
Oh yeah,
that like was the start of shred, and you know, getting into all that.
See Sven, he got to see Yngwie open up for Dio.
Oh yeah, the walk. That was with the guitar player for Dio.
Rowan.
He was a young dude, right?
Yeah, Rowan.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome, man. That's awesome, man. That was probably an arena too. That's a good time, man, for music.
Yeah.
Yngwie and Dio playing arenas. Well, Joey, I mean, you guys are playing arenas coming up, dude. That's fucking sick, dude. That's just so cool, man, that you're doing fucking shred stuff in arenas, dude, over in Europe, man. So really congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the shows, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, man.
So,
hey, Zeus says hello, Joey.
Zeus, what's up, bro?
Yeah. I was just talking to him, texting with him. We're trying to finish up that Sanctuary thing, and you remember.
You
remember Germany?
Oh yeah, I'm really excited to hear it, though, man. It's been a great long time.
I remember those times.
So this guy's asking about the band called Darwin.
Yeah, I don't know that band.
I don't either. Do you know that, Joey?
No, but that sounds really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. You remember that record that Greg Howe did? The guy just passed away. He was the keyboard player, Vitali. It was very neoclassical. Yeah. It was really cool, actually. It's kind of a very underrated.
Like Ascend or something. I want to say it was like Ascend or something like that.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was like more. It sounded like kind of like a metal fusion, almost.
Exactly, man. Yeah, Greg Howe stuff was so sick, dude. I took a few lessons with Greg Howe online, and it was just the wildest shit that he was. It was just like, you know, basically going over like chord progressions, like what you could do, you know.
Mhm. That
And
makes
it was too much for me. I was just like, the hour would pass by and I'd be like, I don't fucking. He'd give me like 18 different exercises, and I'm like, I don't remember any of this stuff, dude.
dude, that is so sick, man. That must have been.
Anna says hello. Do you remember her, Jake? She's a guitarist attending a university.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Is that you in the photo, Anna or Anna? Please comment.
Very cool, man.
It's a nice
Well,
guitar.
Joey, so how did the Arch Enemy gig come about, man? How were you able to get this? Because it was Jeff, which Jeff is fucking amazing, dude. We love Jeff.
Yeah, one of both of our favorite guitar players of all time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, of course, bittersweet in a way, because like I wouldn't want Jeff Loomis, playing in any other band right now, but I know he has some killer stuff, to unleash, and I think he felt like right time you wanted to, spend time at home for a while, and then go and do some new stuff. But
Awesome. Yeah.
Right. How old is his kid now?
Maybe 6 by now.
Yeah. See, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I remember when you first did a festival with them a couple of years ago, and I remember watching. I was just like, dude, Joey's killing it, man. Like, yeah, you fucking had all that stuff nailed. So it's like that's probably such an awesome feeling to like be doing these shows, but then also you've already popped your cherry, so to speak, with playing with the band. So it's like you're like, it's none of that weirdness of the first show. Like you can go do these because you guys have a pretty extensive, very extensive Asian tour coming up.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Wow, man! So it's gonna be your first shows, like officially on a full tour and stuff with them.
Yeah, and
have you been there, Joey? Have you been to Asia?
No, not like this part of the world, but I did go to Japan once in 2014. But
cool.
This is just like all over everything but Japan right now, so it's gonna be cool. It's like about a month or so. Like even places like Kuala Lumpur and Singapore and Bangkok and a bunch of China.
You can visit the TikTok headquarters.
So
Joey, Eddie Head wants to know how you ended up in Armageddon.
Originally, so Christopher Amott, he was the original member of Arch Enemy, and he moved to the States. And when he ended up leaving Arch Enemy, they had another player, Nick Cordell, for a while, and then Jeff Loomis. But me and Chris, I started taking lessons with him on Skype in 2013. And he moved to New York, so that was like close enough to me in Connecticut. And then just after a lesson or so, we became really close friends, and he started Armageddon because it was a project he had like all the way into the 90s. Like they already had a couple albums out, and he was looking to restart the band. It was actually more of like a power metal band before, and it had clean vocals. So like we found a new singer, a death metal singer. His name is Matt Hallquist, and we did 2 albums together. And I got to play so much guitar with Chris, and touring all over the States. We went to Japan, playing Loud Park with Arch Enemy. Also, it was Slayer and Megadeth headlining. It was amazing lineup. And then we did like a show opening for Arch Enemy in Mexico, so that was cool. So even in the beginning, playing with Armageddon, we had some shows with Arch Enemy. It was cool. So I met Michael and Jeff at the time, and everybody in the band. So we all were like good friends hanging out. Just it was like pre-COVID, long before all that. So things are different now backstage, but
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
Juliana says she loves either you, or both of you, or all guitarists. I don't know. I have guitars too.
We'll take it, man.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That
Yeah.
was shit. That was when Jake and I were in fucking White Wizard. You were fucking playing
Yeah.
Loud Park.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
Wild Park, man. Was that when you were over there? 2014. You said you had been in Japan before, so that was for it.
Yeah, it was 2014.
Yeah, so that's cool, man. So how'd you find out about taking lessons with Chris?
It was over Facebook, actually.
Did you just kind of like just cold ride him, or was he advertising it?
Yeah, he was advertising it, and
Yeah.
I just sent him a DM, and then we had like a Skype lesson. It was great, and yeah, he just like offered lessons at the time, and I didn't expect anything of it. Of course, I had met Michael, his brother, earlier a few NAMM shows ago before that, and like I always wanted to meet Chris. I figured, I'll meet one of my favorite guitar players, learn some Arch Enemy songs, and maybe it'll be that. And then it's like it changed my life, and he's one of my favorite players and one of my best friends, and I can't say enough good things about all the guys from Arch Enemy. So
yeah, that's awesome, man. That's really cool, man. So you're taking lessons, and it blossomed into this, man. Like,
yeah,
all the time, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and then in the meantime, like after Armageddon, shortly after, I met Lenny through Zeus, and then me and Joseph, we had that tour with Ice Earth in 2008 or 18.
18, yeah.
Jesus, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun run, man. I remember first meeting you in person. You and I exchanged some Facebook messages back and forth, I think, right before then, because I think you were scheduled to play guitar with him when Whirl was still alive at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah, they weren't sure. I guess he was still like in South America at the time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that was around like November or December of 2017, I guess. And
yeah.
Then,
that was that was a great tour. I remember I met you, Joey, in that fucking bunker, that bomb shelter that Sanctuary rehearses at.
Yeah.
Seattle. That was madness. I think we had like 2 rehearsals before that tour or something crazy.
Yeah.
Like it was not a lot.
I felt really great, playing those songs every night, because before that, I hadn't played in like with metal for a while, but
right, like the classic metal.
Yeah. So
it's all cock and fucking high notes and fucking leads and dive bombs, and I think we gave that band its last hurrah, like at least in the live situation. I think that was the last really killer live stuff that Sanctuary is going to do.
Yeah,
I think so. Don't quote me on that, fuckers. Oh, someone said, she said for the person who is just starting to play guitar. What about for the person who's just starting to play guitar? All I remember from that tour is Jake fucking waking us up every night when we were trying to sleep. Like whenever the buses would stop,
dude,
we were in the same location. Dryer would fucking stomp onto the bus with fucking wine and start raiding bunks.
I remember that was the first night of that tour. We played. We were in Indiana, I think Indianapolis, on that tour, and it was us 3 and Brent from Iced Earth, the drummer, and we were drinking champagne at like 4 o'clock in the morning on the bus, and that was a fun run, man. I mean, so you were also playing with you were doing this with Jamie Jasta, right? Like,
yeah, that was leading in before that. I don't remember when the first tour I did with him too was. It might have been 17 as well.
And,
But,
how'd you end up getting that gig?
It's a funniest story, man. Well, like, I ran into him like so many times, living in Connecticut, and like we record a lot at the same studio. And when I was delivering Chinese food at this place called the Dumpling House, like way back, it's got to be like 10 years ago now. But like I delivered Chinese dumplings to Jamie, like at the studio, and like I got there.
With Zeus there?
Yeah, he was.
Chinese dumplings?
That's awesome.
They were fish dumplings, and
Oh my god.
I like came in and hung for a bit, and like they were working on a new Seabird album.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that in Connecticut?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's called well, Zeus also like works out of there sometimes, but the studio is owned by Nick Belmore. It's Dexter's Lab Recording.
Dexter's Lab.
Yes, I've heard of that one before. There was one that Zeus was telling us about that was amazing out. I don't know what to ask him. I don't want to go into that. But anyways, so you got it because you were a delivery boy.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I like kept kind of posting stuff, and he noticed. And so Nick, who owns Dexter's Lab, he actually plays drums for Jasta. And I was recording with like other bands locally in this studio, and he just was like, "Oh, we need somebody to like fill in for a tour." So the first tour I did with him was the Killthrax tour with Killswitch Engage and Anthrax.
Wow.
I also had Devil's Wears Prada and like Code Orange, something like that. So it was just like a couple weeks out in the States, and we just had a van and with a trailer, old school.
Oh, really? Wow. So full on, no bus or anything.
No.
Wow, man.
I think we all took turns driving, and we were playing like nice, big theaters too. So it was a lot of fun, just like going to Waffle Houses in a van and just getting hotels. It was cool because like then we would play with Anthrax and Killswitch every night.
Were you guys sleeping in the van, or you guys were having hotels every night? Like,
it was like hotels every night, but a little bit of both. Like we had.
Svenny and Baylor.
Yeah, that's killer, man. And then,
okay.
So you went to NGW, right?
Yeah. I was gonna ask you about that too.
Yeah.
It was I went there in 2003 and 2004 and then 2008. So I went 3 times.
Dude, I think I went there in 2008. We might have, I had Terry Sirick's class.
Yeah.
The 80s one. Fuck, man.
There was a one called The Hair Today Gone Tomorrow or something like that.
Dude, that was it, man.
Yeah.
Did NGW do like was it like, because it was a week-long class that I remember doing. I went there 2 or 3 times, and so yeah, it might have been even, I think it was actually like 26 to maybe 27 and 28. But yeah, that sounds right. It was Hair Today, Gone Tomorrow. It was the 80s hair metal class with Terry. I remember I worked with like Dave Martone. You remember Dave Martone?
Yeah, he was really great too. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Terry's amazing too, and his solo albums are really sick.
His last solo records are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Was awesome, man. And then the one that had like Machine Elves, and then he just did one.
Like, remember when he got his custom shop Purple Jackson 7-string?
The soloist, right?
I think it might have had a Kaler on it.
Do you remember his "Shred Is Not Dead" video?
Yeah, I had it. It was
Yeah.
so good. And then the also purple and green roads beat.
Dude, that is what inspired me to. I
think
would
I
say Terry is the one that I wanted to get a guitar from. For Jackson.
Yeah, man. I think he just put out another album too. I should check it out.
He did. It has Marco Miniman.
yeah.
Marco did all the drums on it. It's fucking awesome, man. I've listened
Oh
to it.
yeah.
Really great stuff, man. I think it's got. I think Brian Beller's on bass on it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he played with Steve Vai, I think, right, in this Aristocrats.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And it's got Mohini on a few tracks too. I think. But yeah, Terry was awesome, man. I did a lot of private lessons with Terry, over Skype, but I remember National Guitar Workshop was right there. So that's really. I remember you and I were talking about that on tour too, man. About Terry.
Yeah.
We're starting to get behind on questions here. We have Juliana wants to know what inspires you, Joey, to compose music.
Well, it's like a mixture of everything. You could just I feel like it's by experience. Like I could be going up an escalator and then I'll just be hearing notes. Like it could be like that, or like even with a painting or a picture. But usually I get a sound that's like a vision, and then I know what guitar part I'm gonna play to that, and it's just you kind of see how the song is gonna be painted. This part is gonna be the more intense one, then it cools down or something, and there's a nice bridge or something.
I have a question. Did you submit anything to Lenny for Sanctuary? Because I never heard anything.
I did write a bunch of riffs. They were just a bunch of riffs thrown together, and I have stuff.
Like classic sounding riffs?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I figured. I figured that you sent Lenny classic sounding riffs, and he wants nothing to do with Refuge Denied.
I'm really excited to hear that stuff too. But you'll be. I mean, I don't know if it's announced yet, but with the guitar.
Yeah. Jake did a couple solos.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I'm really happy about that because
I wasn't allowed to sing any high notes though. Check it out, the Witherfall wine.
Wow.
I have to send
I
you
wish I had
this.
Yeah, man.
Is this too commercial? I don't even know. I'm so fucking disoriented. There you go.
That's amazing. You guys have a new album coming out next month, right?
Yeah. It's no guitars on it at all. It's all ukulele.
Yeah, we had Zeus, man. We were talking about you a lot during that time, man, because Zeus, we all had the connection, and Zeus was telling us about that story with you and the Hapery guys, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I met that guy, dude, and he showed up and was cool with the entire band, and he ended up in Jamie's band," and I was like, "Oh, dude, yeah, that's awesome, man." And are there any Arch Enemy songs? Did you know all the songs pretty much? Before going into it, I mean, obviously you were a fan. You talked beforehand about that, and especially with Chris Mott's playing. But were you really well versed with the actual the music and all that kind of stuff before having to learn it?
Yeah, I listened to them regularly, so yeah, I did know the songs, from being a fan. Some of the new ones I had brushed up on. But
yeah, that's really cool, man. And I was talking to Chris Broderick was my mentor, for a while, and you guys are gonna be going on the road together as well with Bees in Flames now.
Yeah, so that would be really. I'm excited to see him.
Yeah,
I don't really know him, but I'm excited to meet him.
Yeah.
I met him once before, like 2009 maybe or something.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right around around the Megadeth era.
Yeah, he did the Gigantor.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he played at a casino here in Connecticut, Mohegan Sun.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, dude, again, man.
Anna says, I don't know who is answering me at all. Sven. Too many great rock bands branded hair metal. You know, it's Sven. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you? Fuck, where did we see you? Were you in Baltimore when Barlow came out and sang? I think that was that show.
That was Baltimore. I don't know if Sven was there.
I think Sven was there. I think so. I might be wrong.
Well, the singer from Firehouse just died today. You see that?
Yeah,
that sucks.
that's really sad, man. He was great. I really liked like Outlaw Scout and stuff like that.
Man, if
Reach
we're
for
gonna go
the
down
sky.
the
Fuck,
80s,
dude, the fucking first record was awesome.
Oh yeah,
Firehouse was awesome, man.
He had great pitch and like, I mean, I don't know what it was like to record back in that day, but he was like really spot on.
Yeah.
Well, you had to do the tapes, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like you only had so many takes, you know.
It was
You
the
could
early
really-
'90s, so I mean, they were using like eventides for like you could use an eventide on like long held out notes, like the
Yeah.
harmonizers, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that he had such a weird. I don't want to say weird. It was such a delicate placement,
right?
Like in the mask, that, like, you know, I've sung that stuff, and it can go wrong so easily. Like if you push too much air, or if you don't have the right like support or resonance, it just falls apart. Like you see it all the time when you see like Don Dokken now or Mark Slaughter, and they're just awful. It's like that's what happens if you don't have the technique down. But that guy was going into his late 50s still nailing that shit.
Yeah.
Well, there were some songs like what was it? Don't Trip Me Bad, where at the very end there was some high note.
Oh, that high G sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was great. I'm sad. I love that band. They were amazing live. They sang all the like 4-part harmonies on like Level of a Lifetime live, like they were fucking Queen.
Oh,
it was
wow.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, rest in peace.
In peace.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Cool band too, man.
Everybody
I really think they were kind of underrated because they came more towards the later part of that like 80s stuff, which is where some of the best bands were. Winger, dude, Red Beach, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that stuff's a little bit more underrated than it should be.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, Vito Bratta too with White Lion.
Yeah, I love White Lion.
That's some cool solos. Uh-oh. My cousin's on the fucking chat here. What's up, Chris? Hell hath no Fernie show. Chris, you know Joey, right? I think maybe you talked to Joey. We might have drunkenly called Chris Joey when we were on tour.
Yeah.
So Joey, do you have anything like coming up that's going to be like your own music, instrumental stuff? I know you were doing a lot of that stuff. You were doing some shows too as well.
Yeah, I actually did write like a 7-string EP, and it's like probably 90% done, like the music and stuff. And
oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff, but I never did a 7-string solo album, so I would figure it would be cool. I have the guitar right here, so this is
whoa, nice, man.
It's a fan fret. This one,
wow.
It goes from like a purple to gold kind of.
Oh yeah,
nice, dude. Hell yeah.
Cool one.
Is that easier to play, Joey? The fan frets? I've never tried one.
They say sometimes, but I feel like it's harder. Like I'm way used to the normal guitar. But yeah, I don't really normally play guitars like this that much, but I wanted to experiment, do something, have it.
Yeah. And it's a 7-string.
Put
too.
that in the camera again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on. I'm gonna put you. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So
Wow,
it's
cool,
ebony, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Oh, I see the purple now.
Yeah, I can see the purple.
When you go like this, it kind of like I can see it go with the light.
Oh shit, dude!
Yeah.
It's got the truss cover like the fucking bases on the back. Is that walnut?
Yeah, and like that.
Oh, dude, that's cool, man. Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So it's just playing the fan frets, dude. I remember like Rusty Cooley. He had an 8-string that had the fan frets. You remember Rusty Cooley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love this.
I never seen the 7-string with it. So is it there for like that's just like an intonation thing though too, right?
I think like I don't know if he had like one extra string higher.
He might have had an A-string on there for the 8-string,
So that's like the higher note, or
I think so. I remember one day. I mean, that was
really cool.
Outworld days,
Dude, I love the Outworld album, man. I burned that hard.
Yeah.
Like it was so good, man. I hope they get to do something again one day.
Yeah, I'm talking with Bobby a lot now. The keyboard player is really cool, man. He's but Bobby Williamson, man.
He gave me my first Prog Power tickets.
Bobby did? Oh no,
yeah,
shit, man.
Yeah. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, dude, that is an underrated album, man.
What's the other band Sagan was in? Jake Eumeria.
Eumeria was also that. I'm gonna tell Bobby about this, dude. I'm gonna write
a really great production too on that first one.
And their singer, man, Kelly Sundown Carpenter he played with a few other bands too, man, and he was awesome, man. Then found Joseph, that could do it. But Kelly was like up to that point, man. Kelly was the guy I was like with that vocals. What a great.
Ben says yes, Jake. He was there in Baltimore.
Oh, he was there in Baltimore with Barlow. Yeah. Did that one, so.
That was pretty cool seeing Matt Barlow come out.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. And the really fun one too was we were able to do that with the Demons and Wizards show in New York at the Best Buy Theater, I think. I don't know what it's called now, but he came out and he did "I Died for You" with Hansi. That was a cool one too. Barlow, another vocalist, man, fucking awesome, man. Firehouse blew up when I was in high school. Yeah, Firehouse was
91, 90, 91.
Oh yeah.
So Joey, what was your favorite of those 80s hair metal? Like Cacophony, Racer X, and
and I listened to so many. I mean, of course, like Shotgun Messiah.
That's an obscure one too, man. I remember when you told me that.
I mean, Sabotage isn't as hair, but I even listened to like Pretty Boy Floyd back then and shit.
Yeah, Crimson Glory,
and Vicious Rumors, stuff like that, and
yeah. Remember we were playing Steelheart too on the bus.
Oh yeah, Steelheart. I was just gonna say, dude, like that one song, She's Gone. Like
yeah.
The Les Paul sounds on that shit. Fucking sweet guitar tones.
Yeah.
Speaking of 80s guitars, I got this one too. So I don't really use that one. That's pretty cool.
Oh shit!
Wow, look at that one, man.
Fuck?
What year is that, dude? That's
like an 87, but
wait, show that again. Hold up. Yeah. Dude, look at those single coils. That's awesome. That's sick, I had a BC rig like that.
Really not guitar. It's heavy as fuck, actually. It's like my heaviest guitar. It's a Sandy.
Oh, that's awesome, though, man. Because wow, man. I haven't seen one of those in the.
Yeah.
Well, nothing anything like that color, but is that a soloist? What's the actual?
I believe it's a San Dimas Dinky.
San Dimas, okay, yeah.
Wow.
And it has these.
Dude, that is killer, man. I've never seen that paint job.
Yeah, it's a lot more green in person, but it's like a shocking yellow, so it's pretty cool.
How's the play? Is it kind of a pain in the ass to keep like?
It sounds really stratty, actually. It's it's tough with the tuning. I did want to like get away to upgrade to our original flavors as an original licensed.
Yeah,
jack.
it's got a
Right,
pretty chunky
right, yeah.
neck.
You actually like turn these fine tuners, so it's like you tune it like that, turning it.
Right on, yeah.
But it's not. It feels great. And I have that one, and then fucking this white one, the Sharp
Nice.
5.
Oh, Charvel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a more 80s guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one more Jackson that unfortunately it didn't have strings on it, so I felt bad bringing it up with that Warrior guitar that I had.
Oh, bring it out, man.
Did they send that to you before Prog Power? I think you brought it to Prog Power. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have strings right now, but it looks really great.
Yeah. I think that chick from that all-female band plays one of those all the time now.
It's another one of mine.
Is it Cobra Spell or something?
Oh yeah, it's like kind of.
Oh
like
yeah, that's like the one I see
What
around
is
with quite a bit, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I play this one a lot. It's really good for like the rhythm ones.
Yeah.
And these are,
what do you guys tutu in RCMA? Are you guys down? Are you guys C standard? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
using on the road is
Is that a 7? No, it's a 6.
it's an MJ series Dinky. So
Wow.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it has the DiMarzio deactivator pickups.
Yep, those are great. Yep.
Favorites and
I have those in this one. This is the name. That one's got, I don't know. I can't even see on here. It's got the deactivators in that too. That's the
Oh yeah. Oh, that guitar's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's got the deactivators in that, and then I don't have
Jake,
anything
how long
near
you been playing that, man? Like, because you had that in White Wizard.
I had that one a while ago, man. I've got this one here, which is Joey. You'll know this one.
Oh wow, that guitar's nice, man. That's a really rare one too.
That's the 91 Universe UV77GR.
Yeah.
This one's great, man. This is a fucking awesome guitar.
Yeah, dude, that guitar that's so rare, man. That's so cool you have that.
That thing sounds amazing on leads. Like the tone is insane.
Yeah. I like to use 7-string like without using the 7-string sometimes. It does sound like deeper, like when you play it like a 6-string. Someone has that little extra.
Yeah, it does. Are you allowed to use 7 strings in or Arch Enemy? It's all the 6.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I prefer like 6-string, but it's easy with our tuning, with C standard. So it's just 2 whole steps down from standard E, and
oh wow,
sing 11 to
C sharp.
It's a C standard.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep, and then. This is the other one that I got here too. It's like the same model.
Yeah.
MJ
That's
series.
cool, man. Yeah.
It's a blue one. Same pickups, deactivators.
Nice, dude. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this one. This one looks really cool.
Yeah.
Joey, check this out. I said I'd show you a couple. This is the
that
one. Kelly. This is made in Japan.
Oh, it's the Professional.
Yeah, it's from like '96, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's made in Japan. And then Jake, this is Paul's Les Paul.
Oh wow. Yeah.
That's nice.
Look at the inlays on it. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The binding.
Yeah. What is that standard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a
It's
great
from
one.
like the late '90s,
Yep. Yeah.
and I have that. I think it's a Frank Gambale.
Yeah, I
custom
remember that
shop
one.
Ibanez.
Ibanez. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
getting some intonation work done. But yeah, that guitar is from like '88, I think, and it was made in that weird Christian town in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania.
Well, I
The
remember
original shop.
those were like the S series, right? Of the Ibanez. I might be wrong, but I think the Frank and Bali were like the S series, very thin bodies, right? Of the Ibanez.
I got one of those.
Oh, you have one of those.
No, this
Nice.
one's
Yeah.
weird, man. Like
Yeah.
they only made like 50 of them. I found there's like a Reddit that's dedicated just to that
Oh
guitar.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's crazy. Like I had to search and search and search. Like
Do you guys remember the Red Beach Ibanezes that were like, very rare too?
I'm gonna grab another guitar real quick. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
No, he's got one. He's got one of those. Yeah. Yeah, but my collection right now, I have actually, it's a lot of Gibsons and Strats at the moment. So Joey's got one coming up here. This is going to be
Uh-oh.
These.
This is like a lottery.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's like the Satriani guitars.
Yeah. But it's
the S series, yeah.
S series.
Wow, yeah.
The color was called Lipstick Red. And
wow, man. Yeah.
Paul Gilbert and Skolnick.
Oh wow, dude.
Oh, here it is better.
That is made for 16th notes.
Yeah. But it is the thinnest neck, man. It is.
Look at that neck, dude. Yeah, holy shit.
That is similar. Like the Gambale guitar it has the same neck profile and the same body, but it's the body is like a telly. It has a telly like top fin.
That's super cool, man.
I got one of these.
Oh, you got the gem, yeah, in black and green.
Yeah, this is one of my I think this is like my third or fourth guitar that I got on Christmas.
I like that color.
So it was like
that's the iconic one, man.
Yeah. I got this guitar for like $900 on eBay back in 2004.
Yeah.
So it's like glad I still have this thing, and I did like most of my playing on this, like the wood shedding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's an
a cool
awesome
guitar.
one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the black and green one, man. I remember the universes were like that too. They had a black and green
Yeah.
universe. And I've always been about that with like the 7-string one. Yeah. But that's cool, the gym. I always wanted the one too that was like, I think it was a 20th anniversary gym. I might be wrong, but it was the acrylic.
Was it like kind of like bluish or?
Well, it was acrylic and it had like a bunch of different colors and stuff going on in there.
Oh yeah, that guitar is really sick, man. That was
You
a
can
cool
turn the light on and it was green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey, Sven says he met you and he gave you sweaty weed in Maryland, and he's sorry.
I think that I remember you, Sven. Good to see you here again, man. You can't.
In Maryland. Yeah. Okay. At that show. Yeah, because Spin was there whenever.
Is that when I was like?
Yeah, that was that one in Baltimore.
Yeah.
What a cute guitar. Which guitar is cute, Juliana? Let's see here. Let's see which guitar was cute, okay? I don't know what that says. My Spanish sucks for reading. I want the guitar something. I can't something. Tell me how off I am. Oh, hey, thank you. Anna says it's perfect to work on what you like in the house. I don't even know what that could mean. Thank you for responding. I am very thankful. Yes.
All right, man. Well, Joey, it's been an hour, man. I'm gonna log off here, man.
Dude,
Joey,
it's great.
congratulations, dude, on the gig, dude. That is fucking incredible, man. Really happy you got it. And
Hold on. Let's
dude,
get these last questions in, and
yeah,
then, we'll
there's more
log
questions,
off.
but dude, you completely deserve it, man. And it's been
Joey,
awesome,
I'm gonna send you my phone number when I get off of here. Let's talk. I'll tell you some stories, some stuff you missed.
So yeah.
Yeah, if anybody's got any more,
Oh yeah,
I guitar could have been in Wayne's World.
Wayne for one Halloween. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's some crazy shit on here, man. There's like 100 questions, but they're all in Spanish. Anna saying, wonderful collection of guitars.
Oh,
no
dude.
fucking way. Hold up. No fucking way.
Man.
No way.
Dude.
No, I've
got the Wayne's World guitar right here.
Hold on. Who wrote Wayne's World? Oh, Jake's got the
Wait, was the
fucking
Wayne's
Strat.
World white or a black Strat? Which one?
Oh, a Fender 69 Strat with triple C single coil pickups and a whammy bar.
So,
Which one was it? Was it white or black?
when monkeys fly out my butt.
It was a white Strat.
White Strat. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a white.
hilarious.
Yeah. He used that. It was like a 60s Strat, and then yeah, there was like a wash burn.
Congrats, Joey. Awesome.
So yeah.
All right, guys, last questions for Joey, Jake, or myself before I finish this bottle of Witherfall wine and sink into oblivion. Good Lord.
Of course, thank you guys for having me on.
No, dude, thank you for coming on.
Dude, absolutely, man. Thanks for joining us, man. And
we'll definitely see each other on the road, and looking forward to hanging out, and had a great time.
Are you guys you're hitting North America, right?
Nothing right yet, but I'm sure, you know.
Yeah. Well, for sure, he'll probably end up happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
last questions.
Joey, again, man, super congratulations, man. What an awesome gig, dude. That you got, man. And very well deserved, man. Awesome player, man. So that's
Yeah, Joe, I always loved your playing. Eddie Head says, looking forward to hearing you on the next Arch Enemy record. Well, there you go.
Yeah, dude.
Let's see that. Are they working on anything, or can you even say?
Nothing right now, but just
okay.
You have the latest album, Deceivers, came out like about a year or so ago, so it's fresh, and so got some extensive dates coming up.
Yeah, that's killer, man. Being out on the road, man, and with a band like that too, a great band, you're gonna have awesome production, all that kind of shit, dude. That's fucking awesome, man. You know?
Yeah.
We got one last question here from Juliana. Joey, what is your favorite song of the moment? Don't say Taylor Swift or Beyonce.
Box Air on a G-string.
Oh, really?
I'm just saying that because right now, but hey, yeah. I don't know.
All right, hold on, guys. I'm gonna play us out and then be right back.
Sometimes the world no longer needs a hero. Sometimes what it needs is a monster. Sometimes the world no longer needs a hero. Sometimes what it needs is a monster.